Hi, Mark Dietel here with Mark Dietel Realty, and here we are really starting to get into the spring selling season here in central Indiana, and I'm still getting, or quite often I get, the question is, what's my home worth, or what's it going to be worth here in 2026? So I'd like to talk about that, maybe talk about 4 points, 4 key areas, and go over this, and hopefully you'll find this to be a benefit. So remember, one of the things I always talk about pricing is real estate really, when it comes to that, is hyper-local. So you're going to get numbers nationally, you could get numbers locally, but really when it comes time to finding out what your value is, I want to take the approach as far as how can you be proactive to actually determine what your value might be now. So most market pricing, or most markets here in 2026, or most forecasting say we're going to get a rise in our pricing. So how much and why is what I want to talk to you a little bit about. And again, I just want to remind you, remember, our business is very hyper local. So number one, a very, very good way to actually start to get an idea what the value of your home is go online. Now, 5 years ago, I might not have told you that as very first actually, but today the online valuations are getting much more accurate, and you can go to a number of places. You can go on Zillow, you can go on Realtor.com, you can go on Redfin. We have a tool we can send to you, and we often do, which determines valuations. So start online, that's going to give you a good idea. Number two, what you can do is you can actually look at recent sales comparables in your area. The best comparables you want to select are the homes that are in your actual neighborhood, if they are available, and then you want to find homes that are the most similar to yours as it relates to characteristics. If you have a 2-story home and you're comparing and you're using a sales comparable with a single-story ranch, just remember that can make quite a bit of difference. So if you're actually wanting to use like sales comparables because you know some homes in your neighborhood have sold, try to really zero in on the ones that are the most similar as your home. Number three is you want to evaluate the condition of your home. Obviously, move-in ready condition, it's gonna make a big difference to buyers. So you could have a home that has the same characteristics related to bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, but if the condition is significantly different, if the home's just more worn out versus another property that maybe the buyers are looking at, you got to take that into consideration. And then also too, as a part of number three, is buyer preferences. In other words, you could have most often today buyers are looking for a modern move-in ready home depending on their pricing and depending on their budget. So just remember, if you have a home that's more closed off, maybe more mid-century, I remember the step-down living rooms and family rooms of the 70s, those are going to make a difference. So buyer preferences are important. Number four, finally, if you really want to drill down and probably get the most accurate numbers, there's 2 actual reports you can get. One's done by a professional licensed real estate agent, and that's called a CMA, or a comparative market analysis. That gives you a range of value, and the realtor will come in and actually make adjustments for the different characteristics and the different square footage. And then finally, as a part of number 4, is you can actually get an appraisal. Those actually will cost you some money. Those are done by a licensed appraiser. They're going to give you a specific number based on the actual time or the date they were actually at your home. So there you have it. That gives you a little bit of an idea on what you can do and how you can find out what your home's worth here in 2026. We have professional agents here that are always ready to come out and meet with you and talk to you. If you want to book a free strategy session to talk about that, just check us out online at markdietel.com, or feel free to call me anytime at 317-441-7887.